Alright, so got my spare batteries. This other one that I got is a 5 amp, and this is another reason why I bought what I did, is because when I bought the mower, you were getting the 5 amp battery for free, which this is like normally a $350 battery. So I felt like that was a no-brainer. I wish it was another 7.5 amp hour, but that's okay. The 5 is good for when my 7.5 runs out. And it at least can get me through the rest of my yard. And that's another reason why I went with Ego, is because all the batteries for all of my devices are interchangeable. So if I want to put like the 7.5 amp hour on my leaf blower, then I get more of the blowing. If I want to put it on my weed eater, I get more spin rate on my weed eater. Cade, get over here. It all coincides. And that was another obvious no-brainer for me. I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, if I had all gas products, they all take gas, but most weed eaters and chainsaws and leaf blowers take a certain type of 50 to 50 or 25 to 75, whatever the mix ratio is. I'm not running two-stroke because I did that too much when I was riding dirt bikes when I was younger. No thanks. It's just easier. One size fits all, I guess. Not everybody will agree, and oh, I have gas for this reason and this reason. Good for you. I hope you enjoy it. I enjoy the ease of use, flexibility and interchangeability of all my batteries, my devices, when it comes to cutting my grass. And it's not as loud. I mean, yeah, you can hear the blade spinning and that makes noise, but it's not as loud as what you call it? A gas blower. Or a gas weed or a gas blower. None of that. Which is nice. Kind of liking the way these stripes are looking today. I'm not gonna lie. Coming out good. No, I'm not the type of person, only because my front yard doesn't really count. You can't really, I don't have enough of it for people to see. My backyard, nobody ever gets to see. But the grass is not where I want it to be. I could make all the cool designs and all that. This isn't my forever home, so it's hard for me to want to do that. Now, if this is my forever home, a lot more attention to detail, care, and time and money would be spent in my backyard, because I do enjoy having a nice looking yard. But I don't know if you can hear the mower bouncing all over the place. It is the unevenness, that of which is my backyard. Yes, I could get a quote for a company to come out here, but I already know it's going to cost because of how bad it is to level it out, and it's just not worth it to me. For my intent is to rent this place when I leave here, so the goal is this next season when it rolls up, the beginning of it. If it's gonna be too much time of my own to do it, when I know like a company can come out here like I used to do when I was younger, working for the landscaping company, just come out here and do it. Because I'm only, might put some topsoil down, but it's mainly I'm just gonna aerate, I'm gonna leave the plugs, and then I'm gonna seed and fertilize. And I'm just gonna water the crap out of it and have the plugs do the majority of my fertilizing. The goal is to do it myself, but depends. Your boy be kind of lazy sometimes, as you could tell with the lack of my videos, but hey, that's okay. Do the best I can with the time I have. Not that everybody loves my content. Granted, I'm new, but the goal here for me is just to make enough of following to where I can monetize it in other ways. No guarantees that happens, but worth trying. You know what I mean? Wherever you can make extra money to to do extra things, why not? And I like to spend money. There's that. Yeah, it's a nice day. You know what I mean? Have the kids out in the backyard, chilling, being chilling. Anyways, might just, I've talked this whole time, might just cut out all the audio. I don't know why you're following me. Goodbye. And speed this up, do an overlay. Never been a waste of my time to have to talk this whole time, but well, doesn't matter. Next part is obviously the weed eater. I typically try to use the mower first for like front and backyard, and then get to the weed eater. I'm not the type where like I want to finish one whole side and then do the whole. I like to have one whole part done, and then I like to work on the second part. It's just me, personal thing, I guess. I don't know. ADHD, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. But another reason I'm out here cutting the grass is because my HOA. I already know that they have their rules and stipulations on, I'm sure they'll come out here with a measuring tape. It's above this, you need to cut it or we're going to fine you, and blah, blah, blah. It's just easier to do it. I usually do it twice a month, every other week. Depending on how much rain we get, and depending on the humidity that I love so much from this place, gauges what I do during the summer months. But here, since pretty much August, I've only had to do it every other week. It's just been nice. So. What do you want, dude? And this one, yeah, I'll definitely have enough, and I'll probably be able to put this battery back into my, I think I had it in my leaf blower. I wish I would have got the better leaf blower, the more RPM one than I did get, but I just usually put the bigger battery in there, and it kind of gives me that anyways, so it wasn't like a total loss. I think tempted to like skim it before the winter and have it like actually be dead, so that way it has remnants of what it was before, but when I come in and seed and all that, it just sticks a lot better. Let's see. Not only that, but another reason why I might want to have a company come out is because I don't really want to fuck with my sprinkler heads again. And they'll come out here and make sure it's all adjusted and hitting all the angles, because it really just to me looks like I have hot spots in my yard. I don't know how, because I don't have the normal like 45, 90 degree cone head sprinklers, Rainbird craps. I have like the ones that get long distances that shoot out, sprayers, if you will. But I don't really want to adjust them personally, so I might just have a company come out and make sure they're all adjusted and do all the aeration. It's a lot of work. I think I might make my whole backyard and in one trip without having to empty the bin. That's nice. Probably pushing it to the limit, but that's okay. Push it to the limit. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow, which is another reason I'm not here. And my kids just want to get out of my house. Even though while they're at school, granted they spend a lot of time inside, they also spend a lot of time outside. They don't want to just, I know they're kids, but I just want to spend time in my house that I pay for on the weekends, unless we have something going on. But they just want to be doing things all the time, which I get. I was a kid too. And if people are probably going to wonder why don't you just leave them outside while you're inside? A, I'm not really that type of parent, regardless if it's my own backyard or not. But B, I just started pest control 45 days ago. We still have fire ants in the backyard. And the last time I let that happen, my son came in the house looking like he had chickenpox from the fire ants. So I'm trying to get regular on my pest control so that way next year they have the freedom to do what they would like to do out here. I guess, if you will, in a perfect world. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's the goal. Why are you talking to him like that, dude? That's not how you talk to your brother. Pick up the dog droppings I missed. That way my kids don't look at it and be like, oh look, a toy. Or whatever else they might claim to think it is. It's always fun. What are you doing, buddy? You're playing outside? Are you playing with Sissy? You guys have been playing outside. What do you mean? Elena, you're not in charge, dude. Quit trying to be a mom. You'll have time for that later in life. I think that was all the ones I missed. Yeah, my lines came out kind of decent. I'm slightly thrilled with them, seeing as I didn't try like, some people will go like spend 4 or 5 hours and they'll be out here with scissors making their lawn look like that, but that's not a me thing. Go hang out with your sister, dude. But now we're about to weed eat. I know I said I usually do front and back, like mowing before I get into this part, but for viewership, makes it easier if I just there we go. If I just get it all knocked out now. No, I don't have an edger yet either. What's funny is I went to Lowe's and bought the edger just to find out the attachment that I need for my Ego specifically was an additional $400 on top of the $200 that the edger was, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I will just do it the old school way for now. But a blade edger is definitely the way to go. I just unfortunately don't have that at the moment. And I don't mind doing it this way. I don't have that much to edge. It does just look better with deeper lines, and it saves string when you have the ability to use a blade edger. Cade, what are you doing? Bye. Alrighty. Just gotta get the leaf blower. Put this bit in the bag here. And that is a fresh lawn. Yeah, about one full bin. It's pretty good. Can't complain about that. Save this because there's room for whatever I cut in the front yard. But I'm gonna go get my leaf blower and at least clean the patio off. Don't know why I didn't bring it in the backyard to begin with, but hey, it's all good. We got it now. What are you doing, kid? You're gonna hurt your brother. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this battery. It's a nice thing, like I said. They're changeable. that is going to do it for my little special here of the grass cut. Appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, like, follow, share, subscribe. Whatever you'd like to do helps out, obviously. And I will continue to try to come up with content. Unless people have any ideas for me, then I will more than likely make whatever they ask me to, depending. But at least give me some good ideas to get started. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.